let's fire this one. Okay, how to do this? Okay, so there is an ignition button. After that you press the start button. Look at that exhaust note. Let's get it started. Let's go. Let's see what does this monster looking beefy bike packs. I'm sure it packs a punch. Say hi to Germans, they're here to meet Italians. BMWs are always a special bike. They look really good. Means they are good looking motorcycles, and obviously Ducatis as well. Okay, बंद हो गई. Don't abuse me that bike चलानी नहीं आती, बंद हो गई, this and that. It happens. I cannot do anything about it now. So moving ahead with the video, let's take a U-turn and get it started. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. Today I am going to share my first ride review of the latest generation Ducati X Diavel 1260S, which is top of the line variant in Diavel lineup. So before we proceed, I would like to thank you all for your support, love. We have crossed 400 subscriber mark and hope to see 500 soon. It wouldn't have been possible without your support, and let's see how soon we can hit 500 mark this time. It's such an easy motorcycle to ride. So first thing you would notice is the cross section tire, which is 240 cross section rear tire. So that is something that will catch your eyes even before you put your ass on the saddle. So this stretch ahead of us is generally little empty. So let's try and push this one. Okay, so it's third gear and it's already 150 and going. Although I'm not promoting going at high speeds or doing breakneck things like, you know, super bikers or maniacs are known for. I'm neither promoting nor justifying. It's your call, and eventually it's traffic rules violation. So does this one, so I'm not. So coming back to the topic, today I'm riding Ducati X Diavel 1260S 2020 variant. First thing you would notice about this bike is the massive cross-section tire, which I've already talked about. That is the beefiest part of this bike, and that actually completes the overall look. It's a keyless start here, so you don't have to, you know, clock in your key in the lock, and there is nothing like that. You just have to carry it in your pocket or your bag and then play around with the buttons. Then the second thing that you would look at is the instrument cluster. It's really crisp, it's very sharp and bright. So I'm sure you will not have any problems looking at it or reading through the information that is presented in broad daylight as well. Today being an overcast and it's a little late, like almost 5:30 in the evening, so not the best time to judge the brightness or the readability, but I'm sure of it, you won't have any problems with it. It's equipped with fully adjustable Öhlins front fork suspension and the fully adjustable Öhlins at the rear. So you are assured to be provided with best of the suspensions available and being used by almost everyone in Superbike's family. I'm talking about the top of the line variants. Handlebar is very wide, giving you enough room to counter steer and cut through city traffic while riding. So it is a good thing. It is very light to operate, and I think that is what makes this bike with that 240 cross section rear tire easily maneuverable, and still you are able to hold your lines around the corner. However, it's not that easy to corner just like you would expect on a super sport, or at least compared to my Ducati 959 Panigale. It is definitely not that easy to corner this one, for obvious reasons. Coming to the engine, it has 1262cc engine which turns out 159 horses. So it's very close to the one I ride on a daily basis, which is 157 horses, but they both are running different maps and are in completely different state of tune. So that being a track focused bike and this being a sports tourer chopper, so it has a different maps and the tuning altogether. This is really wrong. I guess it's generally wrong, and we have to go right. I think we should cross over to the other side before traffic starts moving, because then we'll be stuck on this. I'm sure people will be abusing me for standing on the zebra crossing, but I didn't had any other way around, and it's about to go green, so yes, it does. So Paji leading from the front, that's how it is what he's trying to show. That's how it's done, bro. So talking about the bike again, if someone is looking for a sports bike like part which is practical, comfort of a cruiser to be able to munch highway miles or do city commuting without breaking the neck or killing their wrist. If you need something that outshines any bike in terms of the road presence or seems something that is completely out of this planet, trust me, this bike is for you. At least do visit the showroom, take a walk around, see for yourself if this does suit you or something that you're looking for. And definitely coming from a Ducati family, it carries a hefty price tag, which is close to, my friend bought it for about 20.5 lakhs on road Delhi, and then putting some additional accessories including the full system exhaust from Tommy, it costed him around 23, almost close to 23 lakhs in total. So this is on road Delhi I'm talking about. So I'm riding this one currently in sports mode, which is top of the power mode. I'm able to do I'm able to do it easily because I have experience of riding Ducati with a similar power band. But if you're new to the riding, or let's say you're riding Ducati for the first time and you don't want to take risk, you have two other modes to explore as well. The least power mode is the urban mode, which restricts your power to 100 horses. Then you have where you have all the electronic nannies, completely fully active and looking, so you don't have to worry around it. But there you would feel the lack of power. Then comes the touring mode, where you have all 159 horses and your electronics still active. And the sport mode, which is basically here you have all 59 horses, 159, but your electronics are at the minimum. So you have to be cautious while you choosing your riding modes. To summarize everything and my ride, the only bike which I feel is able to do breakneck speeds with the comfort of a sofa, and you have Brembo M50 braking calipers looking at your back, so you have all the stopping power you could ever need, and budget of about 20-24 lakhs if you have that, keeping in mind the over expenses when it's Ducati. I think this is a good choice, or at least one of the options you should look for. So I guess this is all for today. So before I take a leave, I request you all to show your love by hitting that subscribe button, press the bell icon so you are aware first person of this planners as soon as my next video comes up. Also share this video if you feel it's worth it with your friends, families and acquaintances, so we reach our 500 mark at the earliest and as soon as possible. I'll try to keep rolling such videos Let me know in the comment section below, did you like this video, something you want me to improve upon. Your review, your love, your affection is all that brings us, and motivates us to create another content and videos after videos. So I would like to thank you all again. Just want to apologize for the wind blast. I'm still trying to make a way around the mic setup on this camera which I recently bought. So by next month I'm expecting it to be fixed. Till then, ride hard, ride safe, do take care. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you.